Well, hello friends. Today we're going to continue working on the HTML engine because it's fun. So let's just do that. And what I have in mind today is implementing proper padding painting, because I'll show you where I ended up last time. So we had this little thing here, IHTML, and oh right, and I don't actually have it here, so let me go ahead and add it. I tried doing this thing where we had something with padding. Padding right, 10, background, color, and foobar. There was some problem with this that, oh shit, I remember what the other problem was. I had a missing close tag here. So this thing here with padding, it has the padding layout wise, but it's not putting the purple is supposed to fill the padding as well. So that's something we should fix. And then I would also like to implement some basic border painting. So I mean, just like solid color borders. So let's take a look at that type of stuff. Actually, the first thing we should do, I guess, is just fix up this little test page that we'll be using. So we can continue with this one. So let's add something here. Padding left. Okay, padded on purple. Right, and let's fix up that thing as well. And then let's also do one that has a border. So let's say border width is 1, border color is what should it be? Black. Boring, but cool. Actually, let's do a different background color on that one too. This one has a border. Okay. And just to make sure that we are starting off with something very not functional, let's just take a quick look at it, what it would render like. Padded on purple, and down here this one has a border, so it's black on yellow, but the border is nowhere to be seen. And actually, it kind of bothers me that these are just regular divs with no margin, yet my default style sheet has margin for div and p by default. I think that's not right. Let's see, HTML default CSS. Let's see, what did people say? Is there some default styles for HTML5? Well, I'm interested in that. Display block. Isn't this somehow? Okay, I don't know what to look for here. So let's just go with HTML4. Who cares? So for div, the default style is, where's div? There. It's just display block and Unicode BiDi, but we're not going to care about that one because we don't care about BiDi right now. This is bidirectional support. So really just display block for all of these things. So we could just take this and put it into our default style, actually. Like that. Dun, dun, dun. Fancy. And do we have anything special for P? comma. Yeah, P. Oh, yeah. So this one has margin. That's interesting. Right, so all the headings have margin, but then the P has the same margin as H4, which is 1.12 EM, but we don't have EMs, so we're stuck using just raw pixel numbers here. So we can remove display block from everything, I think, because now that's already in there. Block. UL. Yeah, all of these are covered by this one. That's nice. And then I wanted to do the margins for P. So let's just say P. Or should we do all of these together? Maybe that's kind of cool, actually. We can just do what this one suggests. So we'll say a hefty margin of, I don't know, 4 pixels. Margin top 4. What is that margin shorthand though? If it's 2 values. I'm on W3 schools. Nice. 3 values, 2 values. If it's 2 values, then it's top and bottom and left and right. Okay, so it's like the vertical margin and then the horizontal margin. So then what they meant was like margin top, margin bottom, margin left, and margin right. We don't have the shorthand right now, so we have to do this. I guess we can leave that one out. Actually, we can remove this one entirely. Okay, I don't want to get caught messing too much with this right now, but just having something that would be a little bit more, a little closer to the real thing. Actually, now I forgot to give margins to H1, 2, 3. But anyways, the boxes are all right next to each other. I think that's the way it's supposed to be. Yeah, because they're just divs. So, actually, let me grab those here, and we'll just say Oh. We'll do the, where's H4? So we'll say H1, H2, H3. Maybe 6. I don't know, some numbers, whatever, wherever numbers come from. And then we can do the same for H5, H6. I'm just totally making these things up right now, so don't worry too much about this. Okay. Git commit A. Oh, jeez. LibHTML. Wait, what? Oh, I already have those changes. Shit, okay. Commit base. This was just me moving, like renaming this folder here to www so that it wouldn't conflict with the HTML executable. So just let me just fix that. Right now. Okay, and then we can do the default. So tweak default CSS to bring it a bit closer to HTML4. Good times. Okay. So then let's do something about the padding. So we want to look at layout node. This is where we draw the background. For each DOM node, there might be one or more layout nodes. Usually just one, but you might end up with more. Basically, when we render each one of these, we just check if there's a background color property that applies to this element or to this node, and if there is one, and it's a color, then we just filled this layout node's rectangle with the color. So maybe I can show you what it looks like actually if we turn on layout tree dumps. And let me make a slightly less confusing version of the test. So call it non-confusing. Okay, and then we'll just have this one thing here. Oops. So now we'll just have this one div, so that the layout tree should be quite simple, and we can look at it. Let me make this big, and then let's say HTML, non-confusing. Okay, so here is the layout tree, post layout, and oh man, it's almost perfect. Let me just do that. Okay, so here is the, it always starts as a layout document, and then we have a layout block for the HTML tag, and then a layout block for the body tag, and then here is the div that we made. It's a layout block as well. That's this thing right here, and we can see that it has a border width property and a border color, so we're not doing anything with those yet. But it also has padding left and padding right. And if we look here at the numbers, you can see that this div has its position at x18, y8, which is the, like the content box. It's in yellow here. And this is the size of the content box. And here this is the margin, the border, the padding, and then the content width, and then the padding, the margin, padding, border, margin. And this is the horizontal, and this is the same thing vertical. So it's just to help you see where the numbers come from. So the size here that we actually care about is, for painting, is going to be this, but extended by padding to the left and to the right. So, and also actually up and down. So let's see what we can do about that. Let's say rect. Background rect. Rect. And then we'll say rect, background rect, expand, and then we don't have any function like this, so we might have to invent it. But I guess we can also do it this way. That is a bit weird though. Let's just invent an expand function. So we want to expand it by or no, we don't have to invent this, because I'm not sure that this is super useful to me. Maybe it will be super useful later, but let's not worry about that too much right now. So let's do it this way instead. Right, x minus, and how do we get the padding? It's the style padding left. Yeah, it's like 2px. Okay. And then set width is, that's going to be the rect width plus style padding left plus style padding right. And then we need to do the same for y and height. Top. Okay. Interesting. Maybe that would be good to generalize. I'm not sure. Okay, so now we have our precious padding. Might be a little bit hard to see, actually. Maybe we can bring up an editor and, oh, wait, I can't bring up an editor here. Shit. Because, oh, that's an interesting problem. Well, I guess I'll just have to open up in the terminal then. Go ahead and name, no? Okay, so let's just try a different color real quick. And actually, let's make it darker. And then let's also give it a different padding and the different sides. Padding bottom 50. Okay, look at that. Beautiful padding. So what do we have? Padding left. No, that's right, actually. Padding left is 10. It looks about right. Padding right is 20, looks about right. Padding top 30, and then 50 on the bottom. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, so I think that's a winner right there. Wait a minute. What freaking branch am I on here? Ports? Oh. Wait, what the hell am I doing on this branch? Okay, well, whatever. Let's worry about that later. I'm just gonna continue here. So let's see, git commit. LibHTML. Include padding when rendering background colors. It's pretty cool. Okay, and then let's do the border. So let's see how we do that. I guess we have to check if there's a border. So border width, style properties. So if there's a border width in effect, if border width has value and, or no, that's okay actually. Okay, and then we'll do, actually we'll do this, style properties property border color. We'll say that you need both of those right now. So if you have border width and border color and border width value is, oh, it actually doesn't matter what type it is. That's going to be okay. Let's just do it this way. So then int border width in pixels is border width value to length 2 pixels. And border color, I guess we should rename these actually because they're a bit difficult to work with. Border width value and border color value. We can do this. This looks so awkward of value.value, but whatever. Value to color. Okay, now we have them. So let's just only care about 1 pixel right now, just for the moment, and then, or actually no, we can care about all widths. Then let's say that, oh shit, actually we want this rect always here, so, because we want to draw the border around the padded rect as well. So let's rename this to padded rect. There's probably some term for this rectangle in the spec, but I don't remember, and I don't want to go hunting for it right now. If you know the right name for the rectangle, including padding, let me know, please. Otherwise, I'll go look it up at some point. And then we just want to draw some lines. So context, painter, draw a line from the padded rect top left to the padded rect top right with the border color and the border width. Wow, that's actually really sweet that we have these functions. Then we can just say from top right to bottom right, and from bottom right to bottom left, and finally from bottom left to the top left in a nice circle. Cool. Let's see how this turns out. Look at that. We have a frickin' border. It's very, very nice. Although it kind of bleeds over the, or it doesn't bleed, but like it covers some of the text, which isn't perfect. But that's an issue of text layout, which we're not going to work on today. But we've clearly succeeded in implementing border. Oh, look, and it doesn't actually break here, although this is very reminiscent of early days CSS, so maybe we should even leave that alone. That's really cute. Reminds me of those joke mugs about CSS. Still find that CSS mug. Yeah, CSS is awesome mug. It's exactly this. Maybe we can even recreate it. Let's do that. So let's have the background color be totally white, foreground black, and then we will say CSS is awesome. And boom. That's too good. All right. So let's commit this. Diff and implement basic border rendering. We currently assume the border style is solid, and simply draw a box, a rectangle, or box around the padded rect of layout node. Padded layout node rect. Okay. It's nice though. Just makes me wonder how HR is implemented. 1px inset. That's the whole thing. HR is just I'm kind of tempted to implement the HR element suddenly. What's that called? MDN HR element. The thematic break. Horizontal rule. That's the name of the interface. HTML AHR element. The human resources element. Let's implement it. What the heck? So let's see. Let's go to shell DOM, and then we'll just start from maybe the heading element, because it's really just another simple. Wait, hold on, that's not what I wanted to do. I think that's what I wanted to. Oh god, I'm confusing myself. And then we just added no. Okay. So let's just do the basics first. HR element. I think we're good there. I guess we could assert here that the tag name is HR, but it's not the biggest deal, actually. Whatever, let's not worry about that. But let's go into the HTML parser and make sure that we construct one of these correctly if we see the HR tag. Okay, so HR, and then in the default style sheet, wait, where was it? Here they had some inset thing. Yeah, right. So 1px inset. I think we're gonna do our own little styling, but we'll say something like border with 1 border color is maybe 888888. And do we need something else? We already have the block, display block from that other rule, from that other horizontal rule. So let's put an HR underneath here, or let's do something else actually. Let's just put a P here. P. Hello friends. HR. This would be cute. Did you see the HR above? Okay, let's see how this goes. And look at that shit. We got ourselves an HR. That was actually really, really easy. What the hell is an inset border anyway? Is it like this 3D style? Inset is kind of something that we already have, actually. We have it in Style Painter. Paint frame. This is essentially a call to paint frame. We could actually do that. Yeah, why the heck not? So let's say border style inset, and then in layout node, border style value, so it's going to be a string. Can we handle a string style value? Yes, we can. ToString. We'll just call ToString on it. Eventually, like, we shouldn't be using strings everywhere. We should be like using enums and stuff, but I haven't bothered with that stuff yet because it's not like performance is is the main issue with this engine. So let's see. If border style value to string inset, then we'll do an inset. Otherwise, this will just be the fallback. Border style solid, let's say. So then we want to use Style Painter from LibDraw. And the way we call that is we just say Style Painter, paint frame, context painter, padded rect, frame shape, container, frame shadow, sunken. The thickness is the border width, and I think that's it. Let's see how that goes. Oh, we died. Shit, why did we die? Oh, I forgot to check if it has a value before dereferencing. Poo-poo. Okay, well that's my bad. I actually have these. This other one here, outset, we could easily do using paint frame as well. So what the heck? It does look a little bit goofy, I have to admit. What if we just try to edit it a little bit, and we'll say here, we'll just do something like do a new P, and we'll say style, border style inset, border length 1, border color. Wait, does the border color even matter for frame? We're not even passing the color here, so I guess the color doesn't matter. We're required to have a color, or we're not even gonna end up here? Okay, well, let's just put like that just for now. I have an inset border. It'd be nice if we could refresh. I have an inset border. Oh crap, right. Because it expects to be drawn on a gray background. So what if we make the document background be gray, like the UI? I haven't actually tested changing the background color of the entire page. Like, oh god damn it. The entire page like this. I don't know how that will go. Oh, look at that. The border background doesn't extend all the way. But this inset is looking a lot more correct now. So what the heck happens if you do an inset in here? Wait, what? Oh, right, I didn't make it. Let me just do border 1px inset. Oh, it actually looks kind of reasonable. And then what? Just uses kind of darker shades. And are they dependent on the background color? Seems like they're not. So maybe we should just use these colors, whatever they are. So let's see, copy to clipboard. Oh, here we are. And what do we have here? You, what are you? 88, and you are 5A. Maybe we can just steal these. So painter. This thing is already so chunky. Maybe we can just not use this code and we can just draw our own custom border actually. So let's not use the style painter. We'll just do it our own way. And we'll say color highlight color is what was it? 88 and 5A, right? So 136 and 90. Okay, and shadow color is 90, 90, 90. Oh, it's such an ugly way of doing these. Let's just do color from RGB and stuff. I forgot that I had this API. Okay, and then let's choose auto because it's the current year. And then for the top left to top right, we use the highlight. And for bottom left to top left, we also use the highlight. And then for the other two, we use the shadow color. And actually, we can do else if it's outset, then we just swap these around. This is so ugly, but whatever. Okay. I'm just trying to make progress here. Oh, now this is probably not going to parse correctly, so let's just fix this up. Say border width is 1, border styles inset, border color. And look at that puppy. Puppy. Look at that puppy. It's pretty good. Did you see the HR above? But it was actually, I guess I messed it up because it was supposed to be dark up top. So actually, I made them the other way around. So shadow, color, highlight color. And highlight color. Very, not the most beautifully factored code. This debug spam is so annoying. Let's, oh, it's because of HTML debug, right. Can't really complain too much about debug spam when you actually build with debug enabled. Oh, and now I ruined the file. Whatever, let's edit one of the other files. So here, let's add some border style inset, border width 1, border color black. And you can barely see it, but this guy has that cute border style. Alright, well, that was a little bit involved. So let's see what we can commit here. Let's get rid of that one. Libraries. Oh, we gotta add these actually. Div cached. Okay, let's see what we. Wait, oh, head. So we have the HR in the default style sheet, and then the HR element class, which is just you know, very simple right now, obviously. And then we fetch the border style value, and if it's present, then we actually care about it. And oh, my computer hung there for a moment. And that's pretty good. And this is just making sure we create an HR element if we encounter an HR tag. Okay. LibHTML, implement the HR element. There's also to implement basic support for border styles inset and outset. If it's neither of those, we default to solid. Cool, that's pretty cool. So, actually, I'm a bit annoyed that, let me just return this to its former glory, and then put some HR down there as well. Second HR above. I just want to see it working on something. But I think we're going to be done here for today. So, making some nice progress. Implemented padding, fixed up the default style sheet a bit, implemented HR element. And border drawing, pretty good. Pretty good. All right, so I guess if you made it this far, then I thank you for watching, for coming here and hanging out, and I hope you saw something interesting. And I promise I will also be doing other system development soon. I just got having a little fun here with LibHTML. So thanks for hanging out, and I will see you next time. Bye.